Hey, I'm Janice Holland, a licensed therapist who is certified in trauma and a survivor of a 25-year relationship that nearly killed me. It is my mission to help every woman I can understand the dynamics of how her strength plays a huge role in getting trapped in emotionally abusive relationships. All right, so I am just going to give it to you straight. High-functioning women don't attract narcissists because they're weak. They attract narcissists because they're conditioned. Conditioned to carry more, conditioned to tolerate more, conditioned to take responsibility for everything, conditioned to stay silent to protect their image, conditioned to abandon themselves and call it strength. And I'm going to walk you through the 10 brutally honest reasons narcissists target women just like you. And I am going to weave pieces of my own 25-year story, not to center myself, because my past is the clearest mirror for the patterns you're living in right now. By the end of this episode, you will understand why you stayed, why you blamed yourself, why you hid the truth, why you tolerated what you did, and why none of this is your fault. Before we get into it, I want to let you know I have a free guide called Finally at Peace that will help you understand exactly where you are in this dynamic. And it gives you really good practical tools you can start implementing right away to break free. All right, so reason number 1 you attract narcissistic men is you were trained to perform strength without expecting or even thinking to receive support. Here's the raw truth. You weren't raised to be supported. You were raised to be useful. A useful daughter, a useful girlfriend, a useful wife, useful emotional container. Your nervous system learned strength, not connection. This is why narcissists love you. You don't collapse. You compensate. My marriage, I didn't know how to be taken care of. I only knew how to do everything. The cleaning, the organizing, the holiday magic, the emotional labor, the survival of the entire house fell on my shoulders, and I never questioned it. Why? Because performing strength felt normal. This is what draws a narcissist in. A woman who doesn't ask for anything because she doesn't believe she's allowed to. All right? Reason number 2. You confuse endurance with love. Let me say this bluntly. You think holding on and enduring a disappointing relationship is loyal. A narcissist thinks you're holding on is leverage. Somewhere in your life you learned, if I just push through, love will eventually feel good. So you tolerate emotional neglect, disrespect, rejection, silence, one-sided effort, crumbs. In my marriage, I endured years of emotional loneliness. I told myself it was normal. It was the Christian thing to do. It was sacrificial and mature. I thought endurance meant love, but endurance without reciprocity is just slow self-destruction. Narcissists know this. They count on it. All right? Reason number 3. You're emotionally intelligent, which makes you easier to manipulate. Here's the savage part. Your emotional intelligence is your biggest vulnerability in a narcissistic relationship because you understand human behavior. You see everyone's childhood wounds compassionately. You empathize easily. You give context to behaviors and perspectives. You give grace. You believe in growth. You believe in healing. And a narcissist uses all of that against you. In my marriage, every time he shut down, ignored me, or dismissed me, he lashed out. I explained it away with compassion. He's stressed. He had a hard childhood. He's overwhelmed. Your emotional IQ becomes the cage. Reason number 4, you attract a narcissist. You take responsibility for everything. This one punches. Women like us don't just take responsibility for our own behavior. We take responsibility for his, too. His mood? It's your fault. His distance? Your fault. His anger, your tone must have triggered him. His lack of intimacy, something's wrong with you. When I think back, I blamed myself for his porn addiction, his shutdown, his lack of desire, his silence, his anger. The entire emotional climate of our home was my fault. Narcissists choose women who apologize before they're even blamed. You take responsibility because responsibility feels safer than the truth. By taking responsibility, we believe we can then do something about the issue to fix it. It's a way we convince ourselves we're in control and not vulnerable. The truth is savage and cold. The truth is he doesn't love you and never will. He is using you for his gain, and as long as you will play the game, he's not going anywhere. You are nothing more than a pawn in his game. Reason number 5. We get trapped in these relationships. You'd rather be miserable than embarrassed. This is such a hard one. This is the core reason strong women stay so long. You protect your image at all costs because if you leave, People will know the reality of what happened. People will ask questions. People will judge. People will assume things. People will whisper. In my story, this was huge. I hid the lack of partnership, the lack of intimacy, the porn addiction, the emotional neglect, the loneliness, and the silence. I maintained the image because exposure felt like death. Narcissists target image-conscious women because you won't blow up their life. Reason number 6 we get trapped in these relationships is your ability to stay calm under pressure. Your composure is your downfall. Where other women would walk out, scream, set a boundary, demand more, you regulate. You breathe, you soften, you calm the environment, you make excuses. This tells a narcissist, she'll never escalate this, she's safe. My family and I moved to China, and I calmly and quietly tolerated 8 months of soul-level loneliness before I reached my breaking point. You survive what should break you, and a narcissist loves that. All right, reason number 7. You don't leave when you're mistreated. You work harder. This is the whole pattern in one line. A narcissist mistreats you, you respond with effort. You don't punish, you don't withdraw, you don't create consequences, you work. In my marriage, the more neglected I felt, the more I tried things. I went to therapy, self-improvement, I did the emotional labor, all the communicating, I was compassionate, I did everything except hold him accountable. Your effort becomes the evidence he uses against you. If you're trying this hard, it must be your fault. Does that sound familiar? All right, reason number 8. You learn to earn love instead of expect it. This is deep and universal. You do not believe love is a right. You believe it is a reward. So you earn it. You strive for it. You work for it. You negotiate for it. You prove yourself. You try to make yourself worthy of it. You fight to get back into connection. You tolerate deprivation to feel chosen. This is exactly what I lived. I lived for crumbs, for rare moments of affection, for moments of praise, for tiny flickers of closeness. When you learn to earn love, a narcissist becomes the perfect match. He gives just enough to keep you starving. Reason number 9. You shine. He wants to siphon it. Narcissists don't want equal partnerships. They want a woman whose light they can feed off of. Women are radiant, intuitive, capable, magnetic, emotionally mature, resilient, and admired. Narcissists attach themselves to your glow so they look good. In my marriage, my emotional labor, my therapy, my spirituality, my presence, it all made him look stable. My shine kept his mask intact. And reason number 10, you were trained to betray yourself. This is the bottom line. Strong women attract narcissists because they were raised to self-abandon, period. You were trained to minimize your pain, protect everyone else, keep the peace, avoid exposure, and be good. Be loyal, be understanding, don't make waves, tolerate discomfort, stay quiet about mistreatment. You were trained to perform happiness, and a narcissist sees that. He knows you'll blame yourself before you blame him. He knows you'll stay quiet before you speak truth. He knows you'll try harder instead of walking away. You weren't chosen because you're weak. You were chosen because your conditioning makes you predictable, predictably loyal, predictably forgiving, predictably self-blaming, predictably silent, predictably strong in all the wrong places. And the moment you stop betraying yourself, you become completely unusable to a narcissist. If this hit you in the gut a little, it means you're waking up. I respect you and your emotional intelligence enough to know I had to say it straight. I want you to know the story you've been living is not the story you have to keep living. And if you're ready to go deeper, to break the fawn trauma response, to rewire the trauma patterns, to rebuild your identity from the inside out, I have 2 paths available for you. The first one is the Courageous Living Journey. It is my deepest, most comprehensive support. Just you and me, a full nervous system and identity overhaul. I also have the 60-day nervous system reset. This is a powerful self-guided jumpstart to start breaking these patterns today. 2 paths, 1 truth. You never have to attract or tolerate a narcissist again. Choose your adventure. The links are below. And if you are seeing this before January 2026, if you purchase the one-on-one sessions with me, then you will get the 60-day reset for free. If you haven't watched yet my Reclaiming You After Narcissistic Abuse series, I'm going to link it here for you to go check it out now. This is your time to start reclaiming who you are, take your power back, give yourself a voice, and start using your strength for you rather than for him. I'll see you in the next episode.